The New England Patriots just got some great rookie news. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do, subscribe, notification bell, boom, hit the like button. Guys, it's the weekend, and gals. I'm sorry, there's some gals there too. Hey, it's the weekend. Be excited. Hit the like button. Enjoy the show. Don't miss out also as well. I know you won't. Sunday, big game against the Tennessee Titans back in Foxborough. It's going to be a ton of fun. Now, today, what we're going to jump into, as I said, some great offensive news. Maybe not particularly at this very moment that's going to be explosive, that's going to be great, but looking at it now and in the future, I think it's going to pan out. It's going to be great. We're going to jump into that as well. We got to talk Tennessee Titans game. We will dive into that, the injury report as well. We're going to talk some trade at the end of this episode, so don't miss out. Before we get started, first question I just got to throw at you. Through the first 6 games, what player have you enjoyed watching the most? What player? Can be Drake May? Shoot. It can be Pop Douglas. Could be Harold Landry III. It could be Garrett Bradbury. Besides the time he had that botched snap, who have you enjoyed watching? Drop it below in the comments. So we're going to jump right into it. First and foremost, rookie that made his debut. There we go. Halloween's coming up, but not right now. Debut, Efton Chism III, the undrafted free agent out of Eastern Washington, the Red Turf Place, the FCS school. And we know the man can ball. A lot of teams were trying to get him, specifically the Denver Broncos, who also somewhat struggle at the wide receiver position coming out of last year, though they did make the playoffs. It was great that he chose the New England Patriots, obviously made the 53-man roster, and with Antonio Gibson out, he got reps at kick return. And Jeremy Springer came out, the special teams coordinator, and said, listen, I thought he did a great job. He took care of the ball. He made some great decisions. He got the ball past the 30 a couple times. And I think we look at this, and you might say, Aaron, this isn't huge news. I never said it was huge news. I said great news. And the reason I say that is because of this, is everyone has continually said, we need to get this guy on the field. We need to get this guy the ball. Let him play and let him do something. And this is the capacity he's doing it. And he also even came out and said, listen, with the lack of playing time he has gotten, he's like, listen, I just want to do what's best for the team. What can I do to help this team win? That is the mindset you want from every player. What can I do to make this team win? What can I do to help? What can I do to move this team forward in a direction that, hey, we're going to be successful, we're going to win, we're going to make the playoffs, and so forth. Efton Chism has that mindset. Continuing on that, he talks about, hey, listen, he comes in here 6 a.m. every morning. Todd Downing, the wide receivers coach, said that. Listen, if he's not there by 6 a.m., he is worried, which is pretty funny. But the man has great work ethic that shows. The preview we had with him at kick return is just a little snippet of him and what is to come. Again, did he have some crazy plays? No, not necessarily. But he's on the field. They're getting him the ball. And I think this is just the start of something special. So it's great to hear coaches praise him. Again, him come out and say, listen, I'm a team player. And I think those things, that work ethic, is going to get him on the field more. Again, I was very glad to see Pop Douglas do better against the Saints. That was great. I hope that continues. I do truly think that trend will continue. But I think Efton Chism, any way he can get on the field and contribute is a good thing. Again, a lot of people want to see it. He is one of the undrafted free agents that a lot of people, quite frankly, and I'm romanticize this when I say this, but really fell in love with, in the sense of Josh McDaniels loves his slants, or his slots. And this guy's the Wes Welker, the Danny Amendola, the Julian Edelman, that slot player for this team, and he has that potential. So it's good to hear things like this from the coaches. It's good to hear it from his own mouth, what he does and his motivation, and it's good to see him on the field. So I think that's good moving forward. I think it's very possible with some of these games coming up, specifically against the Titans, who are not great, that he could see some more playing time. And I think, again, just like in preseason, he took the most of those opportunities. So I am a firm believer that he will continue to do that. He will impress people, and he will get on the field more. So comment below your thoughts on Efton Chism finally getting on the field, what the coaches have to say about him. But again, I think this is great now, moving into the future. I think you will see more Efton Chism. What are your thoughts? Comment below. And as I said, a very, very sought-after undrafted free agent that many teams wanted, and the man got paid pretty well as an undrafted free agent. Obviously, now on a NFL roster, he ain't hurting. He ain't hurting for money. So good for him. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Now we're going to jump into trade rumors. Now, a lot of people said, listen, running back. My biggest concern, as I have said, is cornerback depth. We need more depth at quarterback. Sure, Christian Gonzalez, all-pro, great. Carlton Davis III, great cornerback, but has not ever played a full season. Depth is a concern. We need depth. So I think that's something that needs to be addressed. But a lot of people have said, listen, what about the third-string running back? What about the third-string running back? Hey, wait a minute. Third-string running back. And I think from what it seems like right now from NFL insiders, that the Patriots aren't necessarily concerned. There's teams that have running backs that are available, and the Patriots aren't calling. Now, that could be one of two things. That could be the Patriots just aren't interested in those particular players. It's very true, very true. But it also could mean, and as I think the narrative is right now, that they believe in Stevenson, they believe in Henderson. There's a reason, as I've said, and sound like a broken record saying this, but they drafted Henderson where they did because they believed in him and they thought he would be a great weapon for this team. And I think he has proven that at times, and I think he has the potential to break out any game. And so buckle up for that. Stevenson has shown that he can still play well. You remember that Dolphins game. I've said that a lot, again, sounding like a broken record, but this backfield has a ton of potential. If you know, they play a team, and it's very possible too that the Titans try to play, and maybe they won't, but it didn't work out for the Saints. But the Saints said, we're going to load the box, we're going to let primarily, and we're going to see what Drake May can do. And they realized real quick that was a bad choice. But regardless, they did it. So I think this is actually good news on the running back front. That, yeah, again, if the Patriots go out there and get a running back, that's fine. I have no issue with that. Again, my biggest concern is depth at cornerback. But if the Patriots go out and get a running back, it doesn't need to be this headliner. Again, I don't mind Jalen Wright from the Dolphins. I don't mind him. I think they actually could probably get him on the cheap, throw him at the third-string running back. Sure. You know, he's a weapon out of the backfield, both in the running game, but also receiving wise. So, I don't mind that if they can get him for a good deal. But if they can't, I don't think it's worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, football is back. And what does that mean? Touchdowns, field goals, safeties, sacks, Hail Marys, butt fumbles. Butt fumbles? Not for our team, but for other teams. And you know who I'm talking about. But also, we have DraftKings. And I got a special offer for you because I have just partnered with DraftKings. Let me throw this at you for new customers. It's super simple. New customers bet $5, just $5, get
$300 in free bets.
All you got to do is sign up using promo code STP. Let me throw that at you one more time. Sign up using promo code STP. Guys, it's super simple. Don't miss out. As well, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or look at the description below. Don't miss out. You know, they have a couple running backs on the practice squad. Sure, elevate one of them. Terrell Jennings, I mean, he's still on the practice squad. Apparently, they must believe in him if he's still there. So, again, what do we think at this rate right here? Do we believe, based on this intel, are you happy that the Patriots aren't necessarily reaching out for a running back, or do you think that is priority number one? What do you think priority number one is if the Patriots do go for a trade? Would love to hear from you. Comment below. Last but not least, we're going to jump into the injury report. As we look at it, I'm going to tell you, I'm not very concerned. We're going to zoom in just a little bit. I'm not crazy concerned with anything as we look at it. A lot of people said, well, Stephon Diggs, no, he was a full participant today. I'm not worried about it. You look at Harold Landry, his ankle, no, fully participated on Friday. Charles Woods, again, I would go back to what I just talked about. They need to figure out depth at cornerback, and Charles Woods being out doesn't help at the depth at cornerback position, nor does it help on special teams. And then you look at the rest of the list, everyone was a full participant. Jalen Hawkins, limited, but even Zach Core said the other day that Kyle Duggar did well. He had a little hiccup against Chris Olave, but besides that, he did pretty well for playing. But it would be ideal to have Hawkins back. Remember, is it Richie Grant, who we talked about earlier, who is picked up, thrown on the practice squad? It's very possible he gets elevated. Probably could happen maybe even before this episode comes out. Who knows? But we will see. So injury report, I'm not going to tell you I'm concerned about. Tomorrow, the plan will be a little preview on the Tennessee Titans, which it won't be much of a preview. Probably one of the funniest things I ever saw was someone on Twitter said, I wish I could find it. I couldn't find it. I think it was Big Cat from Part of My Take, but he dropped something that was like, it was a picture of Jeff Fisher in like a Tennessee Titans starter jacket, and it was like, Titans, you know what to do. And I was dying. I was absolutely dying. Jeff, fun fact, you guys do not, you probably like, okay, I don't want to listen to this, but it's a funny story. Back in the day, I went to college down in Tennessee, and I was driving down there once, and this was back before I had a 93 Buick Regal named Roxanne. Drop a comment below if you named your first car. It was a beautiful maroon Buick Regal, custom technically, rusted to pieces in the bottom because obviously I'm from Michigan. It was not ideal, but loved that car, Roxanne. So anyways, I'm driving down and I'm scanning through the radio trying to find something to listen to. I land on Titans Talk Radio, and they were like, hey, feel free to call in if you want to call in. And I was like, you know what? I got nothing else to do, no one to talk to. So I flip open my phone because, that's what we had. And I dial the number and I put it on speakerphone and I put it on my lap thinking like, I'm probably not going to get in, but it'll occupy my mind for the 2 hours I had left. Lo and behold, it rings once. Boom. Hey, this is Titans Talk Radio. This is so-and-so. What's your question for Mr. Fisher, Coach Fisher? And I was like, I literally had to come up with something on the spot. And so as a Michigan State fan, boom, if you didn't know, I literally was like, well, is Javon Ringer going to get any more playing time? And they're like, that's your question? I was like, yeah, that's all I got. And they're like, all right, hold. So they put me on hold. And then they're like, they come back and they're like, all right, you're probably going to be on in like 15 minutes. I was like, okay. So they put me on hold. Literally 2 minutes later, boom. Hey, Aaron, you're on with Coach Fisher. What's your question? And I was like, what the heck? And so I said a couple things. I probably sounded like an idiot. And then I asked him the question. And then he ended up actually talking about it for like 5 minutes, how he really liked Javon Ringer. And obviously that was back with Chris Johnson and everything. And so it's super fun. Random. You're like, Aaron, you just wasted 2 minutes of my life. Maybe, maybe not, but funny story. So, but Jeff Fisher, maybe next coach of the Tennessee Titans. He's back. He is back. Don't release that. That's not breaking news. That's just a rumor, speculation, humor, mostly humor. Anyways, comment below. Love to hear from you guys. We'll talk tomorrow. Peace.